Creo que ya estamos en directo. Espero tantito. Espérame tantito. Ahora sí, ya estamos en directo.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
Muy bien. Creo que se me escucha bien. Bien. Hey, ¿cómo están, gente de YouTube? Aquí un nuevo directo para el canal. Estamos nosotros nuevamente en Genshin Impact en la nueva actualización. Y como sabrán, finalmente está Fontaine. Y por lo que estoy viendo, hay más nuevas novedades, como es la sección de personajes a la hora de elegir tu equipo. Ahora se ve de esta manera tan hermosa. O sea, oh Dios mío, se ve tan chido. Ya, te con sus poses. Oh, el Shao, la pose del Shao me encanta. Eula, la pose de Eula. Oh, Dios. Oh, la Rosario, qué chida. Mejoraron un chingo aquí. Mejoraron la calidad a la hora de elegir los equipos, las posturas, las poses. Todo lo mejoraron, Diosito santo, que dice tú acá. Ah, mi Shenke, mira el espíritu allá atrás con Shenke. No, es hermoso, es hermoso, es hermoso. Jutao con el fantasmita allá atrás. Shenke con la bolita, Wanderer ahí flotando. Y aquí un equipo que he estado alistando, por así decirlo. Tenemos nuevos dominios que serían uno de los nuevos artefactos. Y hay algunos que son ya de investigación. Tenemos a los nuevos personajes, Linnea, con Lynette. Yo no pienso tirar por ninguno de ellos. Lo siento, no va a haber tiradas en este directo. Recogemos las protogemas, por favor. El arma sí es en lo que sí me gustaría ir, pero no. El arma de Linnea es buenísimo. Y ahora, según yo, cambiaron las armas del pase de batalla. ¡Ah, no! ¡Agregaron! Tienen probabilidad crítica igualmente cuando hay... esta arma está bastante bien. Creo que todas te dan probabilidad crítica. Este te da 8 de probabilidad crítica. Eso está muy roto. Aumenta el daño de habilidad y el daño de la habilidad definitiva. Tras golpear al enemigo con habilidad elemental. Ser afectado por Pyro, el ataque aumenta en un 16% durante 15 segundos. Tras ser afectado por Hydro, Cryo, Electro, Dendro, todos los zonos de daño elemental aumentan. Están bien las armas, Yo no voy a mostrar ninguna queja. ¿Qué tenemos aquí? Ah, gasta 500.000 moras. Ya me gasté de aquí tan rápido 500.000 moras. No puede ser eso, a ver. Tenemos Fontaine. Ah, ya la podemos tener. Nice, me gusta. Nuevas sensaciones que tenemos a estos tres. Félix Fuscus, que tiene ya su misión legendaria. Me imagino que ya es eso. El origen de todo el agua, la misión. El jefe este. Este va a ser el jefe, esa pareja. Ese también es un nuevo jefe. Y pues bueno. Vamos a ver a esa Lynette, por favor. Anemo. Igual en un futuro hago una build de ella. Porque la verdad es que me encantó esta personaje. Es más, lo vamos a ir mejorando. Obviamente no tengo nada para mejorarla. No tengo sus talentos, no tengo artefactos. Bueno, artefactos Anemo creo que sí tengo algunos que podrían funcionar. Quería reclamar el deseo. Aquí ya te empiezan a pedirlo del jefe. Probablemente ahorita me ponga a farmear a Lynette. Porque la verdad es que yo sí la quiero usar. A ver qué... tengo que marcarlas aquí, sí, cierto. Pues muy bien. Ahora sí nos dirigimos a la misión. Y como nueva región vamos a estar el Cupcake King todo el rato porque es mi personaje inicial y es la que nos tiene que estar acompañando. Ahora despedirnos de Sumero, chicos.
first time we came here. Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her. So much time has already passed since then, and it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahita's in charge, right?
Totalmente.
Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with. Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next? Come to think
Oh,
of it,
créanme, les
maybe
pasará.
it's because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
¿Y si eres tú?
Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out. Anyway, for Nahita's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Rumbo Fontaine.
Look who it is.
Oh, pero
Running
miren.
into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey.
Huh.
But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back.
Ya veo.
That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
Ya nos vamos de Sumeru.
Huh? You serious? Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all.
Ella quería que nos quedáramos más tiempo. Pobrecita, ella quería que nos quedáramos más.
Bumping into you like this will become a
Bueno, ya
rarity.
tenemos al primer sospechoso ahí.
I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it. Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle. So, when are you leaving?
Ya mismo.
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now, where's that list Paimon
¿Serio? A
made?
nadie le importa tu comida.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahita? Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Totalmente.
Then I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Hasta la próxima, Tella.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Aquí vivimos muchas cosas importantes. Creo que de las más importantes que ha tenido que ver en la historia. Así que sí es un poquito doloroso dejarnos. No fue tan difícil en Inazuma. Ay. Estamos llegando, chicos. Espérame, que todavía tengo la cámara apagada. Hola, Sumeru. La nación del agua, entrada desbloqueada. Yo sabía que esta misión sí se tendría que hacer mínimo un poquito. Bueno, aquí estamos esperando. Se ve tan impresionante. Finalmente tenemos una nueva región, chicos. O sea, esto es alucinante. Pensar que así tarde o temprano llegaremos al final de este juego. Hoy revivió el Genshin, chicos. Botecito, por favor. Buenas camaradas. Aquí pasando ustedes. ¡Oh! ¡Espérenme! ¡Ah! Lo siento, chicos. Es importante recoger esas cosas. Se supone que esta vez van a ser 300 de estas chingaderas, así que mejor irlas consiguiendo. Lamento si de directo me ven recogiendo esas cochinadas, pero ya les digo, son muy necesarias. ¡Upa! ¡Llegamos!
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it.
Este debe ser el puerto, debe ser el que se va a Fontaine. Claro que sí, amigos.
Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine.
Sí, totalmente. Creo que tengo entendido que Fontaine es la región más avanzada tecnológicamente.
Of unusual machines. Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do.
Mientras no se meten en problemas, todo bien. Tenemos que conocer al arconte Hydro.
Nahida gave us lots
Esa
of
no se
useful
preocupen, esa está a todo momento.
Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information.
Sí,
at
ya
this
que
point.
Zhongli, Venti y la Show Rain fueron de mucha ayuda, ¿no?
Yeah, the more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along?
Oh, claro que sí, solo que le gusta meterse en problemas.
Very unique personality.
Por lo que vemos en el trailer, parece que ella quiere un problema, pero de los buenos, en el que tenga que intervenir, pero peleando. No de esos tribunales aburridos que parece que estamos en ese juego de jueces y todo eso. No tengo ninguna queja, es buen juego, pero ya digo yo, vivir de los tribunales creo que no es la mejor idea.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending.
¿Alguien me puede decir en qué país está basado Fontaine? Ya no me acuerdo, la verdad, yo.
Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Excuse me. Can I help you too? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seemed to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Sí.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Es lo que les digo.
Like a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used.
Ahí está lo de Linnea, ahí está lo de Linnea.
What kind of story?
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of
Ópera de la
Justice is called the Opera
Epíclesis, o para abreviar,
more
la
commonly
ópera.
known as just the Opera House.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things.
Bueno, después de todo están en la región donde se encuentra la diosa de la justicia.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice
No
Moving,
olvides, ya lo
as
mencionaron.
well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal,
Ya también
a
lo
machine
mencionaron.
created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice,
Ostras.
false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House.
Furina,
Furina
el arconte
practically
Hydro,
lives there.
está
You could
todo el día
definitely say it's
metido
her
ahí
biggest
metida.
passion.
Es su mayor pasión.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the
También.
Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Ah.
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all,
¡Ay,
she
qué
is the
bonito!
Archon. Though she may
Mírenlo.
tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Sí.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
¿Qué?
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Denle una patada en,
Yes,
en el
you're
trasero.
right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Nouvelette.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey! What are you looking over there for? Huh. Maybe
Ahí está
something's the
Lynette.
matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her.
Preludio de la claridad y la oscuridad.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Though people call the waters around Fontaine a sea, it's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And though I can still see that hill clearly in my memories, now it's been completely submerged.
Ya, es lo que nos están diciendo de que el agua se está elevando cada vez más.
The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
Cosas de personas de Fontaine, Paimon.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friend?
Aquí tenemos a Linnea.
Oh, and you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason. So that's how you think it is?
Por supuesto.
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Entonces se parecen un montón.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain... And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Oh, all right then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. Please, follow me.
Muy bien, vamos.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
¿Qué? Ella no es Farina. Ah, no, ella es Farina.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu.
Esa chica está loca.
As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make
Ay,
a
qué feo con
toast
su
in
ojo,
honor
nunca había
of this
prestado atención a su
traveler and
ojo.
her companion,
¿Y cómo sabes
who
que
have
veníamos?
journeyed here from distant lands.
Is
Déjenos en paz.
she talking about us?
Esa era una expresión, Lumin.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless.
Disculpa.
No, I have come to receive you personally. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest
Me
assured.
permiten patear el trasero, ya me está cayendo muy mal.
Your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation
Focalors.
of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Sí, así es.
Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes.
Es la primera vez que conocemos al arconte tan rápido.
The Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little, Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided
Ya cierra el
into
hocico, por
the
favor.
beautiful and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities.
La quiero patear.
You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a
Fue
flick
él.
of my finger for
Culero.
me to know everything about you.
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremonies.
Is she really?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those
¿Qué?
stories are about. Lady Farina
¿Por
came
qué?
to personally see her.
Oh, genial.
I bet
Lo
this is
quiero
gonna
partir
be
el
the duel of
hocico.
the century.
¿Se imaginan que tengamos?
To see this. I knew Lady Farina would never.
Ya enfrentamos a la Show Rain y asumo que ella es muchísimo más poderosa que tú, Así que ten cuidado con quién te metes.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy. And despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus. You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and
Genial.
this
Quiero
traveler from
representarte el
another
hocico.
land.
Vamos,
Just
vamos,
as
vamos,
we were
vamos,
hoping
vamos.
to
Quiero pelear.
see.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Inténtalo.
Are you not afraid? Might I
Ya
rock
enfrenté a la
you
Show
up
Rain.
in a duel against the divine?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clorend. I admire her bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. She is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Ya, deja de hablar de la Biblia.
Huh. Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Arrhenius, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. I'm getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Whoa, all right. Now that'll be worth seeing.
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. It's such a grand opera house. It would be a pity not to use it.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Vaya bienvenida a lo de Fontaine.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it? According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
Oh,
Qué
so
estúpido.
that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina.
Qué estupidez
No
fue
one knows
esa.
the laws of Fontaine
Fue una
like
de
she
esas
does.
estúpidas.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then in the
Nos
name
podemos
of the
negar.
Metro Archon, I order your arrest.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
You tell her there, Linny. Finally someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object. But how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform...
Ah, ya, todo lo hizo planeado.
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
Qué inteligente es este vato. Me cayó bien. Linnea, eres mi ídolo. Te quiero.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good.
Huh? I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy.
With performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad,
Inténtalo.
but even the gods of other lands.
Sí, juzgar a Shogun Raiden.
I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette.
Me cayó, pero horrible la Arconte Hydro. Me cayó, pero horrible. Horrible a otro nivel. Fue espantosa. Lo peor de este mundo. Bueno, muchas gracias, Linnea.
She's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. You never even
Espero que en algún punto le pueda patear el trasero, la verdad, porque tengo unas ganas enormes.
future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't. So, now do you see what kind of god
Que
Lady
quiero
Farina
matarla.
is?
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Razonable mi trasero.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred. And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my
Hola
performance?
Piccolo, muchas gracias por pasarte directo. Hola Mario,
My
muchas gracias por
brother's
pasarte
always
directo.
excited to make new
El
friends.
milaneso, oh my god, muchas gracias por pasarte directo. Lamento si no pude ver los mensajes, no sé si acaban de llegar, pero es que no me estaban apareciendo ningún mensaje, así que creo que tengo que reiniciar directo, espérame. Listo, lamento si tardé un montón en contestar, es que los mensajes no me están apareciendo y eso que yo estaba revisando el chat a cada rato, así que pido disculpas si no contesté tarde, los mensajes no me están apareciendo. Así que discúlpenme por eso y ahora sí podemos ir con el directo. Y una disculpa de antemano.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first.
Ya hacía mucho tiempo que no hacía un directo, la
Really
verdad.
mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer.
Un poquito así la extrañaba.
This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that, I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned.
Lo que vimos en el
In
tráiler.
the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and
Yeah,
shrug
yeah.
it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Ya veo.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what
Increíble.
they say.
Me gusta tu lógica. Me cae bien este vato. Te quiero, bro. Me dan ganas de tirar por él. Pero no lo voy a hacer. Porque no puedo perder al arconte a Hydro. Me cayó muy mal, pero lo más probable es que sea muy útil.
So you're the blonde traveler that... Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. Thanks. Oh, please.
De nada. A ver, ¿quién sigue? Tenemos estatua allá arriba, ya lo localicé.
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy?
what?
No, I believe in the prophecy. The story says that people once lived in the... As time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels. So, if you ask me, when the water...
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people...
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being...
Bueno, tienes razón. Este tipo piensa con lógica.
Don't blink.
I don't want that thing. Way I see it, life is all about living in the moment. Wait,
You should still take it.
oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that
Sí, lo entendemos. Solo acepta la maldita bolsa. Y nay, ya terminamos.
Oh, you already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some, interesting opinions. Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them.
La zona costera.
Speed of light.
Creo que en estos casos vendría muy bien Wanderer, pero me han liado a quitarme a Kekin. Son esas cosas.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect romaritime flowers.
Ah. Ahí tienes.
Body and mind.
Recogeré algunas más por si acaso.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here.
Nice.
Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Ya veo.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the court of Fontaine.
Muy bien.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
Let's go. Me había fijado que Lynette era una neko.
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps
Me
we
parece
should
muy
split
bien.
up.
A ver lo que diga tiene ahí.
You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
Cuenta con
Alright,
nosotras.
let's go.
Con nosotros. No, con nosotras. Ya me siento como el Vin.
Incoming. Hey!
Ah. Ah, quiere que vayamos al elevador. ¡Ah! ¡Ah! Bueno, así va bien. Si no, ¿para qué tendrían unas pinches escaleras ahí? Me cago en todo. A eso. No manches, qué alto está esto. No, no, no. Yo creí que era para abrir la puerta, no para volver a bajar. Me cago en todo. Una disculpa, chicos, por favor. Lamento eso. Ahora disculpa, chicos. No, no. Vámonos arriba otra vez. Lo siento. Ay.
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
Se abre paso para aquellos de noble corazón. Aquí ya tenemos Fontaine. Ahí tenemos algunos portales. Aquí tenemos este güey. Que ya averiguaré yo cómo ir a por él. Tengo que averiguar dónde está el otro jefe. ¡Oh! Nos da la... Nos dan la habilidad para escuchar en el agua. Me imagino que solo nos baja rápido. ¡Hidróculo! Ahí al frente. Quítese. 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 ¿Qué? Chicos, tomen una foto con esto. Así, 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 así. ¡Ah! Espérame. Ahí está. Me gusta. Ahí está, me la guardo. Tenía que hacer eso, chicos.
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief. Yeah, let's go.
¿Qué sucedió? La verdad no entendí.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground.
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Nah.
Oh, did you get hurt, Lenny?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact,
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
you're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
Fue una victoria.
Slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Lenny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us.
¿Cuánto tiempo llevamos de directo? 50 minutos. Vamos a aguantar otros 10 minutos, chicos.
this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around! People in Fontaine really know how to use water.
This is an aqua bus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding?
Oh, dolió, como lo tiene.
That's not what I meant.
Dolió un
It's just
chingo.
that,
Muy
well,
mal,
you don't
muy
really
mal,
talk that
Inés.
much.
¿Cómo le dices eso a tu
Besides, it doesn't really
hermana?
feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Whatever.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
Sí.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Oh, pero miren a quién tenemos ahí.
Huh?
What? Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte!
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the aqua bus. In the story of my life, this is big news.
Totalmente.
What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were coming. Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us. Oh, let Paimon introduce you to our new friends.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette anywhere. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place.
Entonces el evento es canon, chicos.
So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days. Ah, you're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my talents. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
¿Qué?
That's right. These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious.
El objetivo perfecto para ti, Charlotte.
If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds
No se
of
preocupen, las viajeras están
I
del
just
caso.
can't wait for the truth to be revealed.
So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago. And ever since, after a period of time,
No me
another
han
girl
hecho nada, me
disappeared.
cago en todo.
What the case
Dios de
has
la
in common
justicia, haz
is that
algo.
the girls are all of a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace. But the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found. Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen. Yes, it's possible.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserve... I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Linny.
Hidróculo, es mi oportunidad.
really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this.
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
Ah, I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay, Paimon hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte. See ya!
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time.
What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides,
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
No, no vayan. ¿Quieren hacer de cosas? No. Oh, pero qué bonito es Fontaine, chicos. Muy bonito. Espero no estarme perdiendo como en Sumero. El prólogo de una danza solitaria. A ver, quiero teleport. Nada hay teleport. Necesito estatua. ¿Dónde está la estatua? Debería estar por ahí arriba. No, sí me metí a la historia, yo quería evitarla.
this is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal
Oh, pues ¿cuántos
diver.
hermanos tienen? Ah, sí, cierto. Lo olvidé. Linnea no es de Fontaine, él es de Snesaya.
And this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
Hmm? What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
¿De qué hablan? Cuenten el chisme. Somos nosotros, ¿verdad? Culeros.
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremen?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them to you.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work.
Se puso a llover. ¡Corre, corre!
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago? Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Increíble.
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
Ahora para la
You
lluvia.
know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
Sorry, it might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be
Probablemente
comforted
ese
by the words
sea
of
la
strangers.
el segundo jefe semanal cuando salga el rerun de Furine.
It rained for longer than I suspected.
Was there something you needed?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last on the day of the performance. Just ride the aqua bus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Oh, are you leaving now?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic. Perhaps we could trouble the traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the owner there? I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted, and the boss there tends to be pretty talkative. Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks.
Oh, no need. This will be a walk in the park for us.
Bien, según yo la estatua... Ah, ya la vi. Parkour, chicos.
A good newspaper should be a lighthouse of truth.
Ah, esa es la editorial. Y tengo entendido que esa va a ser la que nos dé... ¿Cómo se llama esto? Las de estas de reputación. Ahí la estoy viendo, la estatua.
Don't blink.
Ah, caray, ah, caray, ah, caray. Ahora hay una barra diferente para nadar. Vaya. Eso lo vuelve un poquito más fácil, pero bueno, eso ayuda también. Ups. No sé, ahora tiene su propia barra al nadar. No sabía eso. Tampoco sabía que lo iban a implementar. El mundo saber para qué es de nombre corazón. Ya tenemos la siguiente. Aquí necesitamos conseguir otra. Ya, esto es lo nuevo que agregaron. Eso sí sabía que lo iban a agregar. Aquí es donde tengo que ir. Se ve muchísimo mejor, o sea, sí se divide mejor el mapa, chicos, o sea, me gusta. A ver, ¿cuántas necesito para la ofrenda? 20, puta madre. Pinche joyo, pero está aumentando los hidróculos. Pero bueno, chicos, sé que el directo se está poniendo muy interesante, pero hasta aquí lo vamos a dejar. ¿Me estás mirando a mí? Te dejo patrullar.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Espérense.
I see everything.
Lástima que no le puedo leer la mente. Pero bueno, chicos, espero que como siempre les haya gustado el directo. Hasta aquí lo vamos a dejar. Espero que como siempre les haya gustado. No se preocupen porque mañana tendremos otro directo de Genshin Impact. Ya los directos van a volver un poquito más frecuentes, lo que va a durar esta misión de Arconte hasta la 4.1 y después a la 4.2 las misiones de Arconte. Así que bueno, espero que como siempre les haya gustado y nos vemos hasta la próxima. Adiós.